All right. You guys see me? Oh, I'm sorry. You guys see me and how I'm looking. I've looked like worse, so I'm not gonna worry about it. I am human. Um, and I have a life to live. So, anywho, thank you guys for watching. Today, I'm just gonna get right into it. Earlier, I tried to call my mom, and they wouldn't allow me. And then I didn't get a chance to record that, so I'm gonna go ahead and make it my duty to call, um, my mother today. And I had to wait until after 8 because it's their day to call.
Thank you for calling Richmond State Hospital. Please listen carefully to the following. Wait while I transfer your call. Richmond State Hospital operator.
Hi, I'm calling for 420 Unit A.
One moment, please.
Thank you.
Danny.
Hi, Danny. I'm calling for Patricia Dean. The unit code is 420 Unit A, and my name is Bo.
Okay, I will let her know and have you call her back. Tonight is also phone call night.
I know that's phone call night, but they should be done by 8 o'clock calling, right? Because the last time is 9.
They sign up during the day and then we have a list.
Right. So the last time that they're supposed to call out is 8 o'clock, right?
No, it's 9. Like the latest is like 8:45, 9. In between there, that's when we stop calls.
Okay. So did she make her call by now?
No, she's not made a call yet.
Is she signed up?
She did say she wanted one. Yeah, she did say she wanted one.
Okay, because I'll definitely be expecting, because I didn't hear from her the other day, yesterday, and I called early and they were supposed to have her call right back, and then I missed it at like 5 o'clock at night because, yeah, she didn't get that call until 5.
Do you want her to call this number that you're calling me from?
That's the only one on file. That's the only one that she knows, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's fine. Okay, I can do that.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Goodbye. Now, I knew that they was going to go and try to play some dumb games, but I'm glad that I recorded, because here's what I got from my aunt, okay? So my aunt was calling me because I've been working 2 jobs, okay? If you guys have not known, I recently went through with cancer, with intestinal cancer. Went through with that, but I had to get, when you go for cancer and you're doing chemo, you have a port. Sometimes you'll have that attached to you to go and do the whole treatments and everything. So I had to I got it taken out. I got it taken out. And then after that, they gave me some medication that had penicillin in it. I don't do well with penicillin. Like a lot of the things, my body usually heals itself because I really am a natural kind of person. And it was when I really got off of my natural pattern, because I was so overwhelmed and so worked out. My body literally went in adrenaline mode for quite a bit of time. My body didn't even get to relax when I went through the devastating things I went earlier. The first couple of years, it just started, my adrenaline just started going back down. So my body needed some time to repair. So I had to go, even though I was doing that, and at the end, I ended up going more with the natural remedy, and that really transformed a lot of things in my life. Like, it transformed tremendously, y'all. Like, when I say tremendously, things were reversed. So, and I know legally you can't say that something has cured you or you're cured for this, but I no longer have cancer because of the things that took place, okay? That's what I can say. Now, I can't say that it cured me, but I can tell you that much. So, anyhow, I was going through that. And then yesterday, I made a video, but yesterday I had to go into the emergency room because I had to get treated for the shock that my body went through with dealing with penicillin, which I was not supposed to have. So as I got out, my old job, it's been calling like everybody. I mean, they called every single person that was ever on my list. And it really like took some of my family into shock because we have been having quite a bit of people that we know and even our own relatives that have been losing their lives to either mental illness, health issues, like physical health, heart attacks, stuff like that, like cancer, mental illness like bipolar, those things, whoosh, like, so they're freaking out and they're all calling my phone. I didn't get a chance to even look at that because when I got out, I was so tired, but I needed to go home. And that's, now that I think about it, that's probably why my dog was all up on me today, because she would not let me go anywhere. Like, she would not let me get any of my bath work done. I was doing all my bath bombs and things, so she wouldn't let me get that done. Like, she was just so near to me, but she had to spend the night with my neighbors. So, and they get a bed for her and everything. They're so sweet. But anywho, yeah. So as I'm, dealing with that, my aunt tells me that my mom called her Saturday and told her that her case manager told her that I was trying to sign her over to live in that place forever. And I had signed the rights for her to be over there. And all this other crazy stuff. And so my aunt was like, that's not true, telling her. And I'm like, well, maybe that's it. I thought about like maybe that was a delusion, but I know for certain that it wasn't. And the reason why I say that is because, okay, so if people try to keep, you can be in a mental institution for I think like up to 6 months before they start petitioning you to stay in the facility long term. If you don't have a place, they will keep you there and they'll have you a permanent resident. Well, the first thing they tried to tell me is that now my mom has been living on her own for 10 years. My goal was to have her to live on her own out here in a place where she can, where people can come and visit, because they said the main issue was her getting her medication and making sure that she takes it. Well, I know that I work in a facility that does literally that. I literally trained for that, and I currently supervise people who do that. Excuse me. I supervise people who currently do that, right? So I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, that sounds crazy. They like, oh, but she can't live on her own. She can't do this. She tried to say that they had to automatically commit her because she got transferred from one place to another, but they never told us. They never told us like, and I would call there every single day from Edgewater to regional mental health. Even when I was in Texas, because my work sometimes have me going different places. So now, when I found out that this was happening, I transitioned and I said, okay, I'm not traveling anymore. I'm going to stay in this area. And sorry, you guys, for rocking the thing. It's on my lap. I'm going to stay in this area so that my mom can know that she has a safe place. It's a safe place out here to do that. And they have a lot of resources where she can live her best life to the best of her capabilities, and everything else that's in between people can catch up with, and she still can have that normalcy of freedom, right? Okay, so if you guys have been watching and listening to these recordings, and that's why I said I record what I record and why I record, because of things just like this. So the case manager kept saying, oh no, she was so sick. They're trying to make me act like it's a whole scare tactic, telling me like, oh, your mom is so sick. First of all, my mama had this whole illness before I was even born. Before I was born, my mother has schizophrenia, bipolar, okay? Two of the toughest. And you're going to tell me, the kid that was left in the dumpster, that, oh, this is so tough. Like, I ain't never seen it. I had to live through this. You know, although my mom went to prison when I was young, I still had to live through this while I went to school and live afterwards with it. You know, I lived with her during these years. So what are you talking about? What are you talking about? And even after that, even though it was a time when my mom and I did not see, I've always been in her life. She's always been in my, like, you know, in and out or whatever. So she's like, oh yeah, making this whole sob story that she needs so much help. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, I also worked in the system before. So why would I think, you know, if I've done all this training and you could say, oh, well, she can hurt you and this and that. All those people that I work for that have these mental illness, that have autism, that have schizophrenia, bipolar, manic depression, all this stuff. Well, they don't say manic depression anymore, but all these other issues, I can deal with that, and I could be a supervisor or, you know, a house manager. I could be, you know, a director over that, but I can't go and watch my own mom and take care of my own mom. You got to be kidding me. That's the whole reason why I have the expertise that's able to help all these other people. What is going on in your head? Like, I don't understand that. I don't understand that. But yes, I do. Because, you know, some people, they do the most, but that's okay. That's why we have everything recorded, so that people can see. So that was the first issue. Then they tried to say that she didn't take her medicine, which it sounds redundant because you're in a mental facility and they are required to take their medicine. It's not like they pop the pills out of the little pill pockets. You know, they do have those pill pockets, but the nurse practitioner or the mental health sometimes will have it, and they have to sign on it. Yes, if it's a controlled substance, any kind of medication, even if it's aspirin, they have to sign, because it's state ordained. They have to sign and give it to you, and they have to make sure that it's there. And the reason why I know that is because I worked in a place like that. Even outside here, they train us on exactly that. Like, you cannot go and say, oh, well, what's the name, spit it out. You can see them spit it out, but guess what? If they spit it out, guess what's going to happen? You have to make an accident report. And not only that, you have to take the medication and get the medication. You know, I had a client that spit out their medication, which they said that, oh, my mom was doing this, and she was cheeking and all this other stuff. And I'm sitting here, well, maybe it is true. But the more I started listening to it and I talked to the nurse practitioner, she's saying, oh no, she's never been, you know, disgruntled on this. You're lying. Then what is going on? Because you literally have to sign. You have to make sure that it's done. And if you found a pill, then where's the pill and where's the accident report? I asked them the exact day that it happened. They couldn't come up with the exact day that it happened. There's no way that you cannot do that. That's ridiculous. That makes no sense whatsoever. I even asked her case manager, which is recorded on this video, which is recorded on this channel. There's no possible way. You literally have to go do that. And she had it in the computer and she said, you want me to look it up? Yes, I want you to look it up. And then she wanted to start another battle. You know, she wanted to start a battle with me, and I didn't start a battle. She said she was going to send me some things. She never sent it. She finally sent me the notes, but she never sent me the documentation of her with the mismeds and the date of it. Not even just that, the date of it. Okay. Another thing I had it recorded on there is that my mom had to go to the hospital. Okay. They tried to say, now the lady told the nurse that was there in the nighttime, because her case manager didn't even know. the lady in the nighttime told my aunt that she had medication. She needed, what happened? They think that her heart was going bad because they gave her too much medication. That's how it was. It boiled down to them giving her too much medication. It was making her too drowsy. Okay. So, after that, I did not, hear anything. They didn't call me. I was still on her emergency list. I had already talked to the case manager, when she went over there, because they was telling us that, oh, the system that she was with, which was Edgewater Systems in Gary, they weren't doing their job and they should have did more for her and blah, 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 which you hear that all the time. Whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop-de-doo. The thing is, what are you going to do now? Things are happening now. So we need assistance now, not tomorrow, not what they should have did or what they could have done. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. I don't give a damn. Okay. Excuse my language. I don't care. This is dealing with my mom and it's dealing with a human. Even if it wasn't my mom, this is a human person. Life goes on. How do we make this situation better? So anywho. Okay. So then we deal with that. And they say that, oh, her heart or whatever. When I called the next day, because I'm like, they're still supposed to call me and let me know. My aunt told me anyway, of course, we're going to communicate. But I was like, they still have my number on there. They're supposed to contact each and every person on that emergency contact. So I did not get a call. I called them early in the morning. I'm like, let me see what's going on. Well, the person who answered the phone, they're like, okay, I've been here, about an hour. And they didn't even know that she wasn't there. They did not know that she was not there. And they didn't even know what was going on. Then they told me that she was having, she had a slip and fall. That's what they told me. It was a slip and fall. So I'm sitting there like, okay, well, you told her one thing. You told me something else. When I called the hospital, which is next door to them, when I called the hospital didn't say anything about a slip and fall. They talked about stuff about her. They said that her heart was messing up or something, and then yeah, it was just a whole bunch of stuff, y'all. Then the next day when she came back, all of a sudden she got attacked. It was just a whole bunch of lies. So from that moment on, and then her case manager tried to come at me the next couple of days, assuming like, oh yeah, and I was really hurt that day, y'all. I was really laying down. She's like, oh, well, so then you knew they did tell you this and blah. And I'm like, sitting there like, is she trying to come for me? Like, she know damn well they didn't come and tell me because you didn't even know. She literally admitted on the phone that she didn't even know what was going on herself and that they didn't tell her. They didn't even know that she was gone. So, yeah. So that was the first issue. That was the first issue. Then the next issue was the next day. The next day, my mom got attacked in the mental institution where they're supposed to be already keeping people away. And then they had another opportunity to go do it again. Like as if there's nothing wrong. No. So yeah, so that didn't even help with my mom with her stability or anything like that. The one thing I noticed is that when that happened, that's why I started believing my mom a little bit more. Because and people would try to play people who have mental illness. That's why most of them don't try to go for help, because how our system is, it's so messed up, and when I say we as Americans, we as people need to really wake up and do a lot more and do better, so anywho, after that, when my mom got attacked, that showed me right then that my mom was sane. She literally talked about it, because one thing with my mom, everyone knows about my mom. If she says she's going to get you, she is going to get you. She is that type of person. Okay. is she don't care about getting locked up. She don't care. Even if she was in her right mind and something was to happen and she didn't like not take her medicine, she say, okay, I'm gonna get you for that. Like she's going to get you. Okay. So make no mistake, if my mom was really out of it, especially if my mom is like out of it too. My mom is really, really out of it. It's no helping. Like I've seen my mom. My mom has gotten really rageful one time. Like she slung me towards a wall. Didn't even know that she was getting that angry. I've seen my mom in action when it's like it's almost like a whole out of body kind of thing. Like it's crazy. Like an Incredible Hulk kind of thing. Okay. And come back, it's just as calm. Like so, I knew that my mom wasn't then that she was not you know um going kind of loopy. I knew she, of course, she has schizophrenia. She goes in and out, but I knew that she wasn't, lying. And the one thing that she remembered and she talked about, like, if I do this, I'm gonna get shot up. I'm gonna get shot up in my butt, and which is called the booty juice. Okay. And if you had a lot of experience, like my mom has had a lot of experience in the mental facilities, booty juice is when they shoot you in your buttocks and it numbs you. It's like, yeah, it's a drug that numbs you and kind of paralyzes you, makes you feel in a very uncomfortable state while they supposedly subdue you. Okay. So and no one likes that. So that's why. Yeah, but I knew my mom, like I said, I knew my mom wasn't lying when that whole ordeal kicked off. Um well, excuse me, what else? The next thing was that they were saying they were going to do this thing 60 days. Well, the first 60 days, they said that the psychiatrist was going to come in, which I also recorded. The psychiatrist never came in. So that's when I knew that they were lying and they made that whole thing up. So all they were doing was literally doing a preliminary review and tried to make it seem as if they were doing so much, which they weren't. And the lady was acting, oh man, I'm telling y'all just got to watch some of this stuff before. If you look at it and watch some of the things before, and this happened in December. The next one was like in February. The next one when they actually had the psychiatrist there, and it was supposed to be on the 3rd, and they told me I think it was on the 31st or something. They had it a couple of days earlier than that 3rd. Okay. And they told me at the last minute. They did not tell my aunt, which she is also on there. They did not tell her. And during this meeting, they did not tell my mom, and I'm asking them why. And they said because she was in another room. They didn't ask why she wasn't in the other room. They didn't say she was unfit, because even if they said she was unfit, then guess what? That gives me legal right to go and apply. Just what they're trying to do is keep her. But that gives me the legal right to say, because they can't keep her if there's somebody who's willing and able and legally able, which I am, to take care of her. So, they didn't say she was legally unfit or anything like that during the meeting. What they did say is that she was not compliant. She wasn't going to classes, blah, blah, this. And they were going to wait another 60 days. Okay. So I asked them, what was the percentage of her going to the class? They said they did not set a percentage. And my question was, how can you set a guideline if you have a parameter or you have a baseline and you have a goal? How can you say that someone has met their qualifications if you're not saying? I was like, does she have to go to all of them? Is it that she has to complete all of them, go to all of the classes? Or is it that she has to go to the classes for a certain amount of time, for a certain snippet? They're like, well, she's been going, but we need her. And I'm sitting here like, okay, so when is that? Like, they never gave me a percentage. Never said. They definitely said that she didn't have to go all the time. So they were trying to act like I was stupid. But like I said, I recorded every single word from each and every one of them. And another thing is that when they had that meeting, what one of the nurses said, and I don't know if I recorded that nurse, but I did record two nurses stating that she in fact, she has been compliant, taking her medications from the time she went in there until now. That other one, they said, oh, they think it was a mistake because she was shaking her hand when she had the medication and it fell. Shifty stuff. Shifty. But I don't care. It's not going to happen to my mother. You could find somebody else, but it's not going to happen. So that was the next one. So then it was supposed to be 60 days from there. So that was February, okay? March, April comes around and there's no 60-day meeting. None whatsoever. So as I'm trying to contact the case manager, she is not responding once again. I asked them, like I said, I called them and asked them about the papers, because I'm like, where's her papers? Where's her things? Because I could have been filed for her before when you were saying, and they're trying to say that, oh, she wanted to go into the group home. And I'm just like, my mom does not. That's one of the things my mom has always talked about, even when she was up to speed and up to date. My mom has always been against the whole group home setting. She does not like it. And like I said, my mom, there are some people, I'm not saying it's anything against a group home. I worked in group homes. I supervise over group homes. There's nothing against that. But my mother, I know her preference. She does not like group homes whatsoever, and that's her big thing. She's always asked me to promise to never put her in a group home. So I'm not going to do that. Especially when I work already in the field. I'm getting paid to do the same thing. So why wouldn't I? Why? I just ask yourself why. Why? That makes no sense. So I haven't heard no case, no meeting, no anything like that. And then she asked me, when I asked her for the paper, she asked me, oh, did I get some other letters? And I'm sitting here like, what other letters? Now, I did ask her, was she trying to file, because when they deem if somebody as a permanent resident, she's been in there long enough for them to try to say that. That's why I knew that they were taking forever to give me that paper. I knew that they were doing, trying to do the most, and they knew that my mom's, her lease was going to be up soon. That's the whole thing. So for me to live in a different city, and I live in not only a different city, a different county, you have to prove residency. So if she never lived here, then you have to go through this whole process. So this is actually what I'm dealing with now. Tomfoolery, y'all. Tomfoolery. And then with the mental institution, what I'm dealing with now is that they'll try to say, oh, they've been trying to get me to contact my mom. They'll come up with issues where I cannot be able to contact my mom, or they'll call, I call at 8:00 in the morning. You can literally see if my mom wants to talk, and then you don't contact back until 5 p.m. the next day, or I just don't hear anything, unless I'm constantly calling. And this is the whole game that I've been, set up with. This is the whole game that they've been doing. And I just sit there and I'm like, to me, it's getting me upset a little bit, but it's not ruffling my feathers to the point it's like I'm giving up, because this is more of a challenge. I'm a person that loves a challenge. So stuff like this is just going to make me growl even. It's going to make me growl even more. So probably to your worst regret, but nevertheless, I'll go ahead and just, go through this out, because I know it's other people that's going through this. So if you're going through this, don't give up. The people on the inside are definitely counting on you. There are so many people who get left behind in the system with no one to stand up for them. And I know, like I said, for myself, my mom is not going to have to worry about that, at all. And not only that, anyone I care for in that matter, in that aspect, why, for what? They deserve the same rights as everybody else. But anyhow, they tell her, a whole bunch of stuff like, oh yeah, I signed her over, and I was telling her like, because I've seen that. Like people don't really think that really happens, but like I said, that's why I have things recorded. I wish I could see a little bit more, but that institution is so far away from me. It's closer to me than anybody else, and I don't think that they knew that I actually lived in this area. I think the last time that they really thought was I lived in another state. But either way, you're gonna ship my mom all the way across the state on the other side of the state where she has nobody. You tried. Look, you tried. But y'all. But like I said, I keep everything recorded every single day as much. Well, not every single day, because there have been some days that I have not recorded just because I'm like out and about. But for the most part, I have been on it. Oh shoot. How did I miss that? This is gonna be their excuse.
Thank you for calling Richmond State Hospital. Please listen carefully.
I just missed the doggone call 6 minutes ago.
Transfer your call.
Now watch, they gonna try to say I got a hold.
Richmond State Hospital operator.
Hi, I'm calling for 420 Unit A.
1 moment, please.
Thank you. Y'all, they try this dumb stuff. And that's why I keeps it recorded. Now we got ring, 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 ring. Now, y'all, if I call from a different number, it's going to answer. Y'all. Just watch. Watch when I call from my temp number. I'm about to show y'all just how quick they're going to answer. This is how I know that the games that they play. Because you know your numbers show up. 966-511. 966-511. 966-511. Okay. It should be here. There we go. Now I'm calling from this text number so y'all can see.
Calling Richmond State Hospital. Please listen.
Watch how quick this gonna go through.
Wait while I transfer
This
your
is
call.
what I want y'all to know. This is the games that they play.
Richmond State Hospital operator.
Hi, I'm calling for 420 Unit A.
1 moment, please.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Brandy.
Hi, Brandy. This is Beldine. I'm returning a phone call for Patricia. The unit code is 420 Unit A.
Okay, we currently have somebody on the court list. So, I'll have to have her call you back.
Okay, when is the last person? When is the last person done? Because she has to go after them, right?
Yeah, this is the last person.
Oh.
Last person's on the phone right now.
Okay, well, I'll just call back in 10 minutes.
Okay, that's fine.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Now, you see how quick that was, but why wasn't you answering the phone? This is the dumb stuff that they play. But if I didn't have my text phone, I wouldn't have went through. I wouldn't have went through, y'all. This is the dumb stuff that they do. They try to play games. They've been trying to do all this manipulative stuff. And little do they know that I'm still recording, because in the state of Indiana, as long as you are a participant, you can record. I keep this all recorded. I tells my attorney, I tells him, Look, I tell them because this makes no sense. Like, just do your job, do what you're supposed to do, And I know some people hate their job. I know sometimes it can get very hectic. You have to have a lot of patience. You have to be able to deal with stress. A lot of it, stress coming from other people and stress from you, in order to deal with the situations. But understand that there are people's livelihood at stake. It's other people's lives that are at stake. My mom is not just a tool, she's a human being too. And you're messing up my life too. And if I was not listen, I'm just glad I'm changed. I'm not even gonna go into that, but I'm glad that I'm changed now, because yeah. Especially with some of them, because some people who get so tough. And have you ever noticed people who get so tough, they on the phone, they just yappity yap, and they get really mean. Like, that wasn't a mean conversation. If you look at some of the other ones before, you'll see some of them very mean and very disrespectful, and you have to stay very upbeat, because like I said, I'm okay. It's not physically hurting me, but it's emotionally, because you don't know what kind of stress they're putting on your loved one. So I gotta be cool with that. But it's like, if I saw you on a regular day, like, yeah, just gotta, ooh, but it's okay. It's okay, y'all. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. That's all I can say about that. Yeah, so anywho, dang, got like 12,000 calls, y'all. Something else. If this month is National Mental Health Month, and I know everyone wants to be all like, oh, happy. When it's their month, that's when people pay attention to it. But take this time. For me, now she calling. Hello?
Hey, this is Randy. I'm giving her the phone right now.
Okay, thank you.
You're very welcome.
Y'all, this is annoying. Hello?
Sorry, I had to walk down the hallway. Hey, Mr. Tressa? Your daughter? No, your phone call. Oh. Yeah, bring that shit.
Hello?
Hey, Mom.
How you doing?
Good. How's everything?
Well, I need some money.
You need some money?
Yeah.
I thought you didn't need no money. I asked you just last week.
I'm telling you right now. Don't you think the other money gone by now?
You said what?
Don't you think the other money gone by now?
What other money? The money that I sent you? Hello?
Yeah.
Okay. So what you trying to do? Get some more snacks?
Yeah.
Okay.
How much is in now?
How much is in what?
The account.
I'm not gonna tell you online because we're online. We're recording now.
Oh, Lord.
So what?
Write the letter and send it to me.
Yeah.
I want to know.
I'll send you a letter. Now, what did you telling Auntie Rosie saying that I signed you over? I didn't sign you up, Mama. I didn't sign you over.
Train you know what I'm talking about.
You said what?
Became the get over the money. I said.
You said what?
I owe Rosie. Switch.
Hold on, you breaking up. Are you moving around or something?
No.
Okay. Now what you say?
I told Rosie that you switched and you was ahead of the money.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I got my attorney on it so you can be. But I thought you said somebody told you that you were supposed to be staying there.
Staying where?
Right there. You're not staying there.
I know that. I don't want to stay here. I
Okay.
don't know nothing about this place.
Okay, Ma. I was just trying to make sure because that's what Auntie Rosie called me and told me today that you told her that Saturday.
Well, you switched to the head, didn't you?
Yeah, I went. Yeah, I have a what's the name over there?
See, how come you don't know how much money is in there? That don't make no sense. You don't know, because I know good and well to tell you how you gonna spend.
I didn't spend it. But I told you.
I know good and well they'll tell you what it is because you will spend it.
Yeah, they'll tell me what it is. They'll tell me what it is. But like I said, I'm recording now, so I'm not gonna tell your business over the online, okay?
Send me a letter.
I just told you that.
Okay, I've been waiting.
So what have you been doing today?
Nothing.
Nothing. You didn't go to class?
No.
Why?
I don't want to.
So you want to stay in there?
Look, if you look on the news, I'm halfway off.
Ma, try to go to them classes. Do you remember what you ate?
I ain't studying about that.
So you didn't eat today?
That's the least thing I think about.
Well, you just told me you needed snack money.
It's not the same.
Why isn't it?
You know, junk money is different from what you eat.
Why? You should be more You should be more worried about what you eating.
Keep on.
Hello?
Mm-hmm.
What's the difference, Mom?
You know, snack food is like chips and stuff. Candy, sweet. Your regular meal ain't like that.
Okay. All right. Cool. So did you talk to your case manager?
$1 bills. Give me some $1 bills.
Okay. Did you talk to your case manager?
No, I haven't seen her in a while.
In a while? How long is a while?
About a week.
I wonder if she okay.
She was in the hospital.
Oh, shoot. Nah. For what? She got COVID again? I don't know. Well, make sure you keep your mask together because they going down on it, but still try not to get sick.
We ain't wearing them no more here, down here.
Y'all still not wearing them?
Mm-hmm. Except for the people who work here.
Oh, so they just don't even. Okay. Okay. All right. Well, I tried to call you a couple of days ago, so I needed to make sure that you was okay because I didn't talk to you yesterday and I called. And the day before that. And then Auntie Rosie told me about what happened. About you calling and yeah. So, but the attorney should be having a live conference. They just had to make sure that it was in the right county.
Don't pay no attorney no $2,000. That's a waste. They usually don't charge about $200 a month. Don't pay no $2,000 for no attorney. That's a ripoff.
I already paid.
Well, don't give them no more.
Oh, okay.
That's a ripoff. I ain't out there, man.
Not yet.
Then $2,000 will do just as much as $200.
Okay. Well, you know you can remember when it's about your buddy. You can really remember.
Yeah, of course. You can remember too. $2,000.
I don't forget nothing else either.
Well,
So,
that's good.
So I don't remember nothing else, but who even told you how much it was? Auntie Rosie?
You did.
I don't think I did.
You did.
I did?
You did.
Oh, okay. But you remembered that.
Of course.
But
That's
you didn't
right.
remember what you ate recently.
I don't give a damn what I eat.
Oh, okay. All right.
See, why in the world would I remember what I eat? I ain't thinking about it.
Oh, okay. All right. All righty. Okay. So did you go outside today?
No.
Okay, so what did you do today? You just stayed in your room?
Yeah.
Why? Did you feel sick?
I just say,
You said what?
I just stayed in there.
You
No
just
reason.
okay. You haven't been hearing anything, have you?
Just the news on the radio.
Well, if you hear what you was hearing before, just pray. That means that's a breakthrough. That's a breakthrough. Yeah. Oh gosh. Yeah. Okay. Well, try to make sure you go to those classes at least tomorrow. Try to go to at least one, okay, Mom?
I think about it.
Yeah, just try to get out the room just a little bit. Get some air. Clear your mind a little bit. I know it's kind of tight and cramped in there. But
Okay, 10 minutes.
yeah, it's almost 10 minutes. So, oh yeah, it is. All right, Mom. Well, I'll talk to you later. I'll call you tomorrow, okay?
Okay.
Love you. Later. She is upset. So, I wonder, now that I'm thinking about it, y'all, I'm going to have to pray on this because, and it's going to take a little bit more investigating on that whole scenario because, you know, with people who, with schizophrenia, with anyone with mental illness, sometimes it doesn't always happen that way. But a lot of the times it's like a whole battling thing. You have to investigate just about everything, every obstacle that kind of comes your way. Unless it's something immediate that doesn't have the time to investigate right offhand. You might have to do something to navigate and to resolve one issue and investigate the rest of it later. But the conversation that my mom had with her sister sounds like to me something that needs to be investigated. But anywho, I'll deal with that later. You guys probably hear a story about that too. But I'm gonna go ahead because I finally got time to go and talk to her, and it's almost about to be an hour, and I did not want to have that this long. But I'm gonna get up off of here because I need to get myself together. So yeah, hopefully something I said or done will help you on your journey. Please stay tuned to Journey to Jerusalem.